Good morning. How's it going? We are live with you ladies. Thanks for commenting on our post earlier. Hope you're having a good morning. We're going to be talking today about the role of fat in our diets. So I'm going to have Cara take over for a minute. She's going to tell you a little bit more about it.
Yeah, and it says our connection is weak.
Oh.
So hold on, let me try turning the music off, see if I can. That actually helped.
There we go.
Okay, so the role of dietary fat. This has been something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. I am doing the Whole30, if you guys don't know, and one of the reasons that I am doing the Whole30 is to help fix my thyroid after having Oliver. My thyroid got a little bit out of whack, and I started feeling kind of funny and definitely saw a difference in my ability to drop the baby weight. And so I started doing a lot of research and getting enough fat, the right kinds of fat, not as much fat, all those types of things becomes really important when you are dealing with a hormonal issue. So for all of you new moms out there, this is going to be an important thing for you. And what we sort of think we know about fat has really changed over the last couple of years. Fat got a really bad rap for a while, and now it has a fairly good rap, but there's still not a lot of good information about what kinds you should have. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to be giving a little tour of my kitchen so that you can see exactly what I'm eating, just in case you need to have some ideas for yourself.
So we're going to talk about the good fat versus bad fat, but I just wanted to give you a little background on my journey with fat. You may or may not know that I used to be a vegetarian in my early 20s. I was a vegetarian for about 3 years, and I noticed after the fact, actually, that I had a lot of pain in my body. I had a lot of joint pain, and I had skin problems, and I had thin hair, and I wasn't sleeping well, and just overall fatigue. And when I switched to being a regular meat eater again, and more specifically when I got into the paleo diet, that really changed for me. I saw a lot of improvement. I had no pain. Jack.
Here.
I had no pain. My skin got clearer. My hair got healthier. And so I really attribute all of that not just to not being a vegetarian anymore, but specifically the role of fat, and more specifically animal fat. So like Cara was saying, animal fat has gotten a bad rap in the past, leading to cholesterol and cardiovascular diseases, but a lot of that information has changed. So Cara's going to give you kind of the nitty gritty, and then we're going to take a tour of her kitchen so you can actually see what we're talking about with good fats versus bad fats.
Okay.
And if you have any questions during the video, write them. We'll see them in the comments, and we'll make sure that we answer them, okay?
Okay, so good fats versus bad fats. We might have been told throughout our lives that saturated fat is bad, and it's not necessarily the case. It's more of a the difference between good fat and bad fat is more about the amount of omega-3 versus omega-6 fatty acids and being able to balance those. So good fats are unrefined animal fats. We suggest that you get your animal fats from grass-fed or organic meats, because a lot of the pollutants from our environment are stored in animal fats, and those pollutants can actually change your hormones and make it a lot harder for you to balance and regulate your hormones. Another good fat is avocado oils, or the avocado itself. Olives are great, nuts are great, tropical oils are great. Any kind of fat that's higher in an omega-3 is a good fat to have. Bad fats, these are usually fats made from vegetables, actually, such as soy, peanut, corn, safflower, sunflower. I like to think of it as you think it'd be really hard to harvest the fat, like from a little teeny tiny seed, It's probably way too processed for our bodies. It's not, our bodies don't really recognize it as natural, and so it's most likely a bad thing for our body. And those fats happen to be higher in omega-6, which make us susceptible to oxidation, which can be really damaging to the body, which that's where you get a lot of inflammation and cancer-causing agents and things like that. So some of the reasons that you should be eating fats is, one, they're delicious.
Yes.
The satisfaction factor is high with fats. You know, eggs, bacon, almonds, avocados, salmon. I don't really like salmon, but a lot of people I know think it's delicious.
It's a good fat if you're into that sort of thing.
Right. Ooh, he's going to get into the dog bowl.
Gotta go get my kid.
Right. We have a kid in the dog bowl. Hold on. Narrowly missed. Sorry, guys. So other delicious fats. Meat, obviously, I'm a big meat eater. Cheese, which I'm not eating now on the Whole30, but I'm a huge fan of cheese, actually. And chocolate, which I'm also a huge fan of.
Chocolate. Yes.
So satisfaction factor is high. One of the things that I found really surprising when I started researching dietary fat is that it can actually contribute to better body composition. So I'm going to say this again. Eating more fat, especially the right kinds of fat, can actually help aid in better body composition. The reasons why is when we eat more fat, we tend to have more energy, which means that we're able to do more. We also tend to have a decrease in inflammation, and inflammation can cause us not only to look puffy, but it can also cause us to hold on to body fat. It will decrease our carb intake. When we eat more fats, we tend to have less sugar cravings and carb cravings, so we eat less of those things that also tend to cause our body lots of inflammation. And when we eat less carbs, we can improve our insulin sensitivity, which actually will help turn off the genes in our body that store fat. So that one to me is huge, and if anybody had to twist my arm to eat a little bit more fat, that's one of the things that could definitely do it. The other thing is that it can help you build more muscle, and most of you probably know that when you have more muscle on your body, you're going to also burn more fat on a regular basis, even while you're sleeping. So the fat that you eat helps support hormone balance, and it elevates something in your body called HGH, which is the human growth hormone. So you'll be able to build more muscle, which will help speed up your metabolism when you eat more fat. The other thing is you can actually have an easier time losing fat. So this goes back to eating less carbs and balancing your hormones. For those mamas out there who are trying to conceive, having a diet that's higher in fat actually helps with your reproductive health. So the reason that this happens is it can help lower the free testosterone in your body and balance the hormones so that you are sort of primed to conceive. Better brain function. All of us postpartum mamas really need that because we are sleep deprived, we are busier than ever. We need any help with brain function that we can possibly get. I thought that pregnancy brain was bad, but it turns out that new mom brain is even worse.
Mommy brain. I was told many times that it doesn't get better, it only gets worse, and that's true.
So
more fat.
Right. So better brain function. Awesome. But one of the other things that it does, that the brain is actually mostly made up of cholesterol and fat. And one of the things that we've talked about when we talked about repairing our DR is that one of the best ways to restore our bodies is to eat the things that our bodies are made up of. I'm not talking cannibalism here, but I am talking about eating more cholesterol and fat will actually help boost your brain function. But then going back to the hormone regulation, it also really does help fight depression because your hormones are a little bit more regular as well. So if you're a mom who has suffered from postpartum depression, or if you're dealing with that now, it's a good idea to have the right kinds of fats in your diet and eat plenty of them. Stronger bones. Fats help with calcium metabolism, and so that can help prevent osteoporosis and things like that. And then reducing the risk of cancer. Cancer is often caused because we have a lot of inflammation in our body, and so eating the right kinds of fats will lower inflammation, which will in fact lower your risk of cancer. And then a stronger immune system. So some fats, especially coconut oil, is very antimicrobial. And so this can actually help boost your immune system and help keep you healthier from the inside out. And then the last one, which all of us moms who may or may not have gotten a few stretch marks during their pregnancy, is that it is a lot better for your skin. When you eat fat, it improves your body's ability to lubricate, and so you think about if the cells of your body are sort of plumper and lubricated, they're less likely to stretch and break down. So
that's a lot of good reasons to eat fat, right? A
Yeah.
lot of benefits to eat the right kinds of fat. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you on a tour of Cara's kitchen, and she's going to show you the fats that she has in her kitchen. So we're going to take this bad boy with us. And again, if you have any questions while we're doing this video, make sure that you type them in the comments because we can see those, and we'll make sure that we get them answered. Just making sure my son is not torturing the dog. Okay, we're good. All right. So let's go over here.
So we can start over here.
I'm going to turn this around so you can see her. That was a bad still shot of my face. All right, here we go.
Okay, so right here we have some, maybe it's not grass-fed, but it's organic ground pork that is defrosting for dinner tonight. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to make, but something good. Sitting out on the counter, I have my avocados. Does it look good?
The way you're holding them is a little,
It's a little jiggly.
it's a little suggestive, but that's okay. I think this is part of the reason why they're all here with us.
Right.
They get us.
So I got my avocados, and now actually what I like to do with my avocados the most is to cut them in half, wrap them up, and freeze them so that I can put them in my shakes. So in here, I have a bunch of frozen half avocados that I'll put into a shake so that I have healthy fats when I make my green shakes in the morning. Onto my refrigerator. I hope I really don't have anything gross in here.
Let's see.
Right. So, breast milk.
That's good fat.
Not for you. One of the things I like to do is I keep a can of coconut milk in the refrigerator, and this is a amazing thing that I discovered, because what happens is when it sits overnight, all of the fat settles on the top, and then the coconut water settles at the bottom. So you have like a nice coconut cream that you can use. You can put it into mashed cauliflower. You can use it with berries for a dessert. But you have a really high fat, low sugar option for a lot of stuff. In here, I have my hard-boiled eggs. This is a great go-to snack that has healthy fats in it. And in here, I have, this looks really nasty.
I'm sure it's delicious fat, though.
But what it is homemade mayonnaise that I made out of a really good quality olive oil. I've got my fancy olives for when I need a snack and I don't want something sweet. And I think the last good fatty thing I have in here is my cashew butter. So I've got a good nut butter. Eat sparingly with this, because I could be like elbow deep in this before you can say Cara. So I'm careful with that. And then I have a lot of good meats and stuff as well. So this is one of my favorite fatty meats from Trader Joe's. It's the pork belly. I know it kind of sounds gross, but it is an excellent alternative to bacon, and it's really, really good. There's no sugar in pork belly. All right, moving on to my pantry, and then we'll be almost done. So in here, I have Lara bars, which have a lot of nuts in them, but I have nuts. I have homemade ghee. So this is clarified butter, so that it takes off all of the milk proteins, and so you're left with just the fat. And I have a big monster thing of coconut oil. I use coconut oil for everything. I cook with it. I use it to moisturize my skin. Used it for lube before.
It is safe.
Yeah. So it really is sort of like a everything go-to fat. And then I just have my extra virgin olive oil, which I might lose my Italian card for saying this, but I'm not actually a huge fan of olive oil. So, but we have it anyway because I like to make my mayonnaise with it. So that is my kitchen. If you guys have any questions on how to put together healthy fats in your kitchen, comment below. Even if it's after the fact, we will answer any and all questions that you guys have about fats or your workouts or anything like that. So we hope that you have an awesome morning and go out and eat like an egg or something.
Go have some fat. Okay. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.